Said it before. I mean, it's some big business going on Jake Paul's part, for sure, for him to land that kind of fight, to come from not even a boxing background. Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right?
I think that Gervonta, he just ducking Lamont Roach. And I feel like a money grab is a money grab, because before this, he said he was going to retire. And now all of a sudden he fighting Jake Paul.
Tensions ran high during a live interview when Bill Haney confronted Gervonta Davis about his upcoming fight with Jake Paul. Haney didn't hold back, calling the matchup a cash grab and accusing Davis of chasing fame instead of real competition. The conversation quickly got heated as Haney questioned Tank's legacy, saying true champions take on elite fighters, not YouTubers. Fans packed the chat as the two traded sharp words, turning what was meant to be a simple interview into one of the most talked about moments in boxing media.
Not really about the competitiveness of the fight. It's cloud chasing 101. It's the two biggest names that will sign the same piece of paper to fight each other for a shit ton of money. Because Tank has knockout power, even though he's way smaller. You already know that Jake Paul's gonna like push this, like, I'm fighting one of the biggest knockout artists in the game. And then Tank Davis, this is probably the biggest check out there for him.
Rumors are circulating that Gervonta Davis could earn a massive $100 million for his fight with Jake Paul, placing it among the biggest paydays in boxing history. Although the exact payout hasn't been confirmed, the number underscores how money-focused the event seems to be, fueling criticism that it's more of a show than a real competitive fight.
Keep going, keep going. Even if the sport don't love you in the moment, you still would want to at least be competitive, at least, right?
I concur, but I'm also going to be logical, rational, and I have a family. We always talking about this generational wealth that we trying to build for our lineage and all of those things, these key phrases.
Yeah.
Yo, me being competitive and loving a sport, again, that is damaging to your body, damaging to your brain. We've seen brain trauma, head trauma, all those things from people that participated in the sport. I'm going to get this bag when the bag is presented.
But when you at the top of your game,
and by bag, he means $100 million if the reports are true.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I respect that.
What?
Just to put things in perspective, by bag.
With minimal risk.
Meanwhile, Bill Haney's frustration with Gervonta Davis goes far beyond this single fight. He has repeatedly accused Davis and his team of dodging real challenges, especially a matchup with Devin Haney. Bill insists that his son's superior boxing IQ and technical skill make him a tough matchup for Tank, and that's exactly why the fight hasn't happened. He has also criticized Davis's recent choice of opponents, including talk of a possible rematch with Lamont Roach Jr., accusing him of avoiding top-level competition. According to Bill, Davis prefers safer fights that protect his unbeaten record while bringing in big paydays.
Mike's a tough dude. I mean, you have to watch what you say to Mike, for sure. He's in for a fight, though.
Well, Mike Tyson is 58 years old. Jake Paul's 28 years old.
Right.
There's a 30-year age difference. And Jake Paul is not a weak guy.
No.
You know, I remember George Foreman. He even talked about one of Jake's punches. He said, yeah, I would have gone to sleep with an overhand right like that.
Jake is a heck of an athlete. He's a heck of an entertainer. I've always said that, he might even be the face of the sport of boxing with the moves that he's making, because it's all about making, taking the boxing further and bringing new fans and new eyeballs and those kind of things. So the moves that Jake is making right now to get Mike Tyson in the ring, even at 58, is impressive.
Leonard Ellerbe, longtime advisor to Gervonta Davis, offered a glimpse into the boxer's mindset. He revealed that Tank wasn't mentally ready to face Lamont Roach at one point because he was dealing with serious personal struggles. Ellerbe explained that Davis went through an emotionally draining period, making it unwise for him to step back into the ring too soon. Instead, Tank decided to focus on recovery and regaining balance in his life. Ellerbe stressed that while many see Davis as an unstoppable force, they often forget he's human. Someone who faces family issues, public criticism, and the heavy pressure that comes with fame.
When Leonard Ellerbe said, to tell you the truth, Gervonta Davis couldn't get up for Lamont Roach. And what does that mean? It means that he could not get inspired, that he was not motivated to fight Lamont Roach, that his mind was not in a place where it was like, yeah, okay, let's get it. And he was going to war with Lamont Roach. He was going through the motions with Lamont Roach during the training camp and could never really get himself motivated to really give the best of himself against Lamont Roach. And that probably affected him during training and during the fight. And that is something that can happen, especially if you really look back on what happened with the Lamont Roach fight and all of the ups and downs about that fight being made. Because first, if you recall, he wasn't supposed to be fighting Lamont Roach. The person he was supposed to be fighting was Vasily Lomachenko. You know, the guy that everybody says that he doesn't want to fight, that he didn't want to fight. Gervonta Davis was up and prepared to fight Vasily Lomachenko. So it shouldn't surprise anybody that if he tries to make a fight with Vasily Lomachenko, that fight doesn't go through. Then he tries to make a fight with Lamont Roach. He can't get the fight done for Houston with Lamont Roach because there was all kind of venue problems and drama going on around Gervonta getting a venue in Houston. So they wind up eventually moving the fight to New York City and pushing it back even further. So not only is it a fight where he didn't just jump out of from his last fight that he had and jump into a fight with Lamont Roach, he got held up. And then also during that period of time, he had to spend some time in jail for a parole violation after them. Well, I believe that might have been after the Lamont.
Along with his technical and managerial criticism, Bill Haney also commented on Gervonta Davis's public image, especially his behavior on social media. He urged Davis to stop posting impulsively and act more professionally if he truly wants to negotiate a serious fight with Devin Haney. Bill pointed out that at this level, boxing is as much about smart branding and business strategy as it is about skill, emphasizing that Devin adds commercial value to every fight he's part of. Davis, on the other hand, has openly shared that his original motivation for boxing wasn't fame or championship belts. It was survival. Growing up in tough circumstances, his goal was simply to earn enough to build a better life for himself and his loved ones. Though success changed his situation, his mindset has stayed the same. Tank admitted that even after achieving financial stability, he remains driven by the need to stay ahead of the struggles he once faced. That's what makes him dangerous. His hunger comes from survival, not comfort.
And why he's fighting YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul, who is 12 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 7 wins by way of knockout, opposed to fighting against the likes of his peers who are well accomplished and superstars in their own right for legacy fights like Shakur Stevenson, like Teofimo Lopez, like Devin Haney. Why he's not interested in those fights. And he gets real, right? He gets real, and only thing we could do is salute it, right? Because he's saying, I never told y'all I wanted to be a world champion. I never told y'all I wanted to be undisputed. I got into this for myself and my circumstances to escape from my circumstances. And that's real. We can't blame him for that. We hold him in high regard because the statements he's made and misled people when he said he got a hit list that he wants to check off before he retires. And that hit list includes Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Lomachenko, who turned down the fight because of a severe back injury. And then he told the world, he told Champside, it would be great for him to become undisputed. So I think that he had a change of heart at some point in time along the way.
Bill Haney has long been one of Gervonta Davis's toughest critics. He recently called out Davis for allegedly parting ways with his longtime coach, Calvin Ford, suggesting that the decision has negatively affected his performance in the ring. Haney stressed that Ford's mentorship played a key role in shaping Davis's career and questioned why anyone would cut ties with someone so vital to their success. Meanwhile, several commentators have described the upcoming fight as more of an entertainment show than a true boxing contest. Jake Paul's massive social media following and crossover fame bring a wider audience than traditional boxing typically attracts, while Davis provides the legitimacy of proven boxing skill and world-class experience.
The Lions podcast will not cover the fact that Calvin and Kenny, they got fired. Now, if Devin fired me, it would be, huh? Well, they got fired.
I didn't know that was real. I thought that was some cat.
They're trying to be quiet. Man, they done got fired, man. Them people done got fired, man. They hoping they get hired. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they're working on getting back.
Man, Calvin came in on there with them. He had them GTD fur shorts with them GTD leggings with that GTD Kango cap with that GTD glasses, GTD shirt. Man, guess what? The man gave him a hug, man, and left him in the hallway. And everybody want to act like that they not really. See, they keep that magnifying glass on us, and yeah.
The contrast between Davis's championship pedigree and Paul's influencer-turned-fighter image has created a spectacle that goes beyond boxing. Some experts argue that the real victory for both men isn't just in the ring but in how they're turning their careers into global brands, showing how modern boxing continues to merge athletic competition with entertainment.
Didn't, his ability make up for that size difference, in your honest opinion?
Well, he has to be very smart throughout the course of the fight. It's hard to know in some things. I think Gervonta's just gonna stick and move. He'll be fast, play it smart, I don't see him staying still for too long so Jake can land some shots. He'll just try to touch him. Who knows, man? It's an exhibition. It's a money grab. Jake's fighting one of the best boxers ever.
Coach Reg shared his thoughts on the controversy surrounding Gervonta Davis, saying that at this point in his career, every move he makes is bound to attract both praise and criticism. He reminded people that Davis has already proven himself by facing top fighters and winning titles in multiple divisions. According to Reg, pursuing big paydays after years of hard work isn't abandoning the sport. It's a smart decision for a fighter with a limited career span. He pointed out that boxers put their health on the line, give up personal time, and go through intense training, so it's reasonable for Davis to focus on securing his financial future. Reg added that these decisions don't come from greed but from experience and practicality, proving that building a legacy and ensuring personal security can go hand in hand.
Especially Tank been talking about retiring, so why not get the bag and then go about your business if that's your plan? If that's your plan to retire, then go get the bag and go about your business. You ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm not against it.
You got some people that are very critical, Tank. Does it make sense depending on what you're in boxing for? Because you got some people that want to fight the best. You got some people that want the accolades, the belts, the undisputed. You got some people that just came in this game like, look, I'm trying to get my family out of poverty and give us generational wealth. Does it all depend on what you decided to box for?
Well, Tank accomplished a lot at a young age. He accomplished a lot at a young age. So I wouldn't be mad if he took the bag and went about his business and never fought again. Plus, look at some of the things that he's going through. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of that can affect you as well. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're trying to be in this game. So, I think, get the bag and go. That's your plan. Get the bag and go.
For me, of course, I wanted to see him fight Shakur. I wanted to see him fight Devin.
Yeah, we all wanted to see him fight.
Guess what?
However, many commentators have pointed out that Gervonta Davis has consistently gone up against opponents with physical advantages and still come out on top through determination, strategy, and precision. A clear example was his fight with Ryan Garcia, who had the edge in height, reach, and speed. Despite that, Davis stayed composed, timed his attacks perfectly, and found his rhythm before landing a powerful body shot in the 7th round that ended the fight.
When it's all said and done, the whole talking shit goes out the window. Jake's scared. And let me tell you this too. I looked at I'm sizing them up. I'm looking at Tank and Jake, and I'm looking at them. Tank can reach them too. He reached Ryan Garcia. He reached Mario Barrios. I was like, he ain't gonna be able to reach him. He's gonna reach him. I saw Tank's gonna reach him. He knows he's gonna reach him. Listen, I want to say this too. Funny as hell. Before I say all this,
Calvin Ford, who has trained Gervonta Davis since childhood, expressed full confidence in his fighter. He said that Jake Paul's size advantage means little compared to Tank's lifelong boxing experience. Ford explained that Davis has been in the ring since he was a kid, mastering movement, defense, and mental focus. He views this fight as Jake's first real challenge against an elite opponent who can adapt to any situation. Ford's confidence comes from years of watching Davis grow from a young amateur into a disciplined, explosive world champion. He added that Tank's mindset is rock solid. No physical edge can shake his confidence.
Track and we're keeping it moving.
When you heard about the fight, were you like, wait, what? Like, we're doing what?
Actually, when I heard about the fight, they called me and said, what you thought about the fight? I said, the fight doable. You know what I'm saying? Because I watched Tanky for years and I watched other young men and gyms, you know, deal with big guys. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he's big. To me, it's like Jake having his first open fights. If anybody know about the amateurs going open, then you go pro. So, you know, he's going to fight a guy that does have skills. You know what I'm saying? My only concern is, you know, the gloves. You understand what I'm saying? Because we don't fight in 12-ounce gloves. We don't use 12-ounce gloves. That's training gloves. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's 2 pounds away from Jake. He fights in 10s. Tank fighting 8s. So he losing 4 ounces. So my thing is, I said, they said, put Tank in 8s, put him in 10s. That makes the fight more interesting. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go from there because I understand. And I brought that question up to one of his handlers. They was, no, we don't want to do no mixed match. It's supposed to be an expedition.
What's the matter?
What, you know, now y'all want the wins and the loss. You know what I'm saying? All these prescriptions, but you want to be great. Being great is really pushing the envelope. You know what I'm saying? You know, Tank don't really care, you know? So when I brought this up, he said, dang, facts. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know, he can weigh the 10s and we weigh the 8s.
As Gervonta Davis prepares to face Jake Paul, who lacks extensive top-level boxing experience, many analysts predict that Davis will once again rely on his timing and ring intelligence. They expect him to close distance carefully, set traps, bait Paul into attacking, and then respond with explosive counterpunches. Observers believe Paul's size and strength won't be enough against a fighter who understands spacing, timing, and rhythm at an elite level.
Ain't rattled by Alicia, so that's a perfect dance partner for that. Try to drag Alicia Baumgartner into lake water, see what's going on with that. Shout out to Alicia Baumgartner. But let's get back to Tank. First of all, Tank knows what he's doing. Tank Davis, he said, you know, what he was just making all these implications that it's going to be scripted. When he said, you're paying me, and then he was like, yo, you're going to have to give me extra. And then he said that this is scripted.
At the end of the day, I gave this little guy an opportunity. He should be thanking me. I'm paying him. I'm his boss. He reports to me, and I'm going to fucking son him on November 14th. So fuck you, little man.
You paying me? Are you paying me?
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Facts?
Correct.
Yes? Correct?
Correct. I'm your daddy.
40. What 40 at?
Former world champion Sean Porter described Tank as a true dog in the ring, a fighter with rare hunger and determination. He praised the way Davis never backs down no matter who he faces. Porter said that this mental toughness, combined with natural talent, makes Tank one of the most dangerous fighters of his era. He pointed out that Tank's mix of discipline, aggression, and intelligence separates him from boxers who rely only on power. To Porter, Davis embodies the spirit of a real fighter, someone who rises to challenges and competes with passion and purpose.
And the thing that I really appreciate about Tank is he's a dog. That kind of that what he just said, you can put them earmuffs up and go at it. He kind of will assess you as well, and whatever he needs to do, he'll do it, you know, so.
Right. At the same time, talk of Gervonta Davis possibly retiring after this fight has stirred discussion among insiders and analysts. Reports indicate that his mindset has changed. After years of pursuing titles, he now views financial stability as the ultimate goal. His team has suggested that the huge payday from this fight could give him the freedom to retire on his own terms, not out of exhaustion but choice. Commentators see this as a smart and mature move, acknowledging how short an athlete's time at the top truly is.
It is money, but let's all be clear that that's all the fight is for Tank. He's telling you without telling you that he's fighting Jake just because he's getting $40 million. So when we talk about boxing being dead, Tank has to line up at the front of the line. I can't blame him, but don't throw around, oh, boxing's dead and people switch sides and all of that. You chose not to be great. That's it. You chose not to be great. Stuff like that, choices like that will kill boxing, for sure. On a competitive level, it won't kill it on a business level. On a business level, until people run out of interest in these kind of matchups, it'll do well. On a competitive level, choosing not to fight the best will kill the sport. So maybe it's better if people like Tank aren't in the sport. And I don't even say that because I want that to be the case. I think Tank is ridiculously talented, but you can't want a fighter to fight more than what they want to. You can't. Tank fans or Tank people that like Tank and think he's one of the best, you can't want it for him. And then Shakur came back with, that's how I know you soft. I can't even go back and forth with you, soft ass. You rather pop to me on social media than get in that fire and get embarrassed. I get it. Peace and blessings upon you, cuz. He says, the people got you chest out so bad. You talking like you a killer, forgetting that you the one that runs, bitch. I'll be bring the fight to you. This dude, a made-up character. Quote, blessings upon you. Clown-ass dude, wanna be Kevin Gates?
All right, everyone. Stay updated with the latest boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Boxing Glory and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. Don't forget to check out our other videos. Until next time, take care and peace.